Okay, so this is the Nerdy Nonsense Podcast. We're just two friends who like to talk about stuff, all things nerdy and geeky and whatnot. This is episode 3 if you're counting the reboot or the time skip, and 53 if you're counting the not time skip. Some crazy stuff happened this week. I don't know if you. So I guess, what have you been up to this week? I know it's been a little bit crazy for you personally, but
Yeah, I haven't been able to do much personally. Just the usual catching on some shows. And in fact, yesterday I have a day to just relax and catch up on all my shows, which there are many because obvious reasons everything is uh, on break or ending. The only new thing that I pick up TV show wise is this new show on Peacock called Bumpkins, which is
I've heard it's really, really good.
yeah, this is pretty much a look at Peter Davidson's life, but some parts are real, some parts aren't. Like Joe Pesci is playing his grandfather, but you have some other people showing up as themselves. Like John Mulaney, for example, shows as a version of himself because they're friends and all that stuff. So
I've heard a lot of people compared it to almost like an unbearable weight of massive talent, but for Pete Davidson.
Yeah, something like that.
Action-y.
Yeah, so far I'm on the second episode, so I haven't really binged the whole thing. I just started a couple minutes ago. The only other thing that I did extra, I saw Jedi, Jedi. No, I saw Star Wars Visions season 2 or volume 2, and so freaking good. I love the show, and thankfully we're getting a third season now. They announced it.
Yeah, I heard they announced it on, was it May 4th?
Yeah. So that's
we haven't seen the new season yet, but I'm excited to watch it because I've seen some like Easter eggs from the Wallace and Gromit episode and some other ones that they kind of threw in there. So I'm ready to geek out.
yeah, no, and the beautiful thing about this season is that since they are leaning more on using animation studios from different countries and regions, there is more is less one look as the prior one, even though the prior one also some of the animation was as well unique, but this one is going way beyond that. Since obviously the last one was all Japanese or uh, Asian inspired animation studios, so there is some similarities between them, even though some of them went above and beyond to try to do their own style and everything. But still, you can tell there is some similarities just based on the culture. I'm guessing. And this case, this one is they are very very different. Each one, not only in the animation style, but also the sense that from the culture and everything that each house brings. They they just show so many stuff. Like there's a couple. I guess my favorite will be Seth. The first episode and the last episode as well was amazing. Uh, there are a couple as well in the middle that the animation was just crazy. So yeah, I really love it and I can't wait for more. And then the only other thing, I finished Horizon Burning Shores. At least the main
We finished the
story.
expansion.
Yeah, I finished it. At least the main story. I still need to do like side missions and all that stuff. But so far the good story. I'm glad that we are ready getting a third part because this one sets up a couple stuff as well for whether it's gonna be a DLC for the third game or things for the third game. But yeah, it's gonna be. It was a good DLC. I can see people saying that they added a lot more than the prior DLC, and like I say, I'm still I still need to do stuff. I still need to take care of side stuff, and even I still need to uncover the map. I haven't finished uncovering the whole map, so that's gonna take a while. But yeah, now that I'm finished with the main story, I guess I'm gonna get a Jedi Survivor, so I can play that since I couldn't during this week. But yeah, and then obviously Star Wars Day happened, and sadly, because I was out with family, I missed on getting a whole bunch of what you call it, the stuff that were like that came out for Star Wars Day.
Oh yeah, there was a bunch of different releases. I'm a little sad that we couldn't grab a park reservation for May 5th or 4th to
Mhm.
go to Hollywood Studios because I really wanted that Grogu sipper, but it is what it is. There are a few other things too. We did go to like the Disney store,
Yeah.
the World of Disney store at Disney Springs because we ended up grabbing a last minute reservation for dinner on Friday night. Just because like my last 2 weeks has been bananas crazy, but I wanted to see if they had like the mugs and some of the other shirts and stuff. Most of it was sold out. The
Oh
only ones
wow.
they had left of the three that they released for May 4th was
Oh yeah,
Coruscant.
I saw
No one
those.
wanted Coruscant.
Wow.
They had Coruscant left, and then in the t-shirts, all they had was Coruscant, which I found absolutely hilarious. Mustafar apparently was the that was the one I wanted the most. That one sold
Most
out
popular.
immediately. But I did grab a really cool T-shirt, which I didn't know Disney was doing this, but I guess it's good for you because I know that you have brothers who are on the spectrum.
Mhm.
But they have clothes now, like T-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff that are sensory. I forget what the word is, but they're for people who have sensory issues.
Oh, sensory.
Inclusive or something. I
Yeah,
forget. There's
something
a
like
term that was on the
yeah,
tag, and I got a Boba Fett one that they released on May 4th that was still in the store on May 5th. And it has like a wide neck, and it's got instead of having like the hems and stuff on the ends of the sleeves and around the neck,
yeah.
it's almost like empty, which is really
Hmm.
cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was probably one of the most comfortable shirts I think I've ever purchased. It was a little expensive, but I was like, wow, I didn't know Disney was, creating these sensory inclusive t-shirts. Like that's amazing. So I'm gonna keep an eye out next time I go to see if they have a bunch more or if they have them in different styles and stuff. But it was really cool.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their sizing too is a little weird now. Like a large is like an extra large.
Hmm.
At least in men's or boys' clothes. I don't know why all of a sudden it's like that, but
Yeah, the
I usually
sizing.
buy a large because I have, big long arms.
Yeah.
But I bought a medium and it was the same size as like all the other larges I have, which was weird.
Huh. Yeah, the size is kind of weird.
But um
Yeah, from the stuff that I saw that they released for well, at least the online stuff, because obviously I can get to the parts. Uh, there were a couple stuff that I want to get. Probably I'll get it in a couple of weeks. Mostly for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. They had a whole selection of stuff. Especially they have the poncho that they wear in Endor.
yes, they had that. They had them still at World of Disney when I went on Friday. The
Oh yeah,
only
I.
sizes they had were extra small and
Mm-hmm.
extra extra large.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be better look have better look online, but yeah, the t-shirts, the hats, that kind of stuff. They have even like a backpack with the same design.
Yes.
But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like a harder vinyl backpack or something that looks almost like what they wore on Endor, which was
yeah.
really freaking cool.
Let's see, I see a hat as well with the same like the same design, not design, same color as the poncho.
Yep.
A couple cool T-shirts. In fact, some of them I want. And obviously, I couldn't get the Cal Kestis freaking lightsaber.
That was the main reason why I wanted to go to Hollywood Studios. Apparently, it sold out Friday afternoon.
Oh
At
wow.
least at Dock on Doors.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Supposedly, they might get more, like they did. Like what happened last year, and it might sell on the website,
Yeah,
according to what like one of the cast members told me.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they get just a hilt in a regular box, like just the other hilts that they have over there, and is regular price. Obviously, this one was a special because the wooden bots with the design and everything. But at the end of the day, the what I wanted more was the lightsaber hilt itself than anything else. And then after I saw that one sold out, I tried to look for the special edition for Jedi Survivor because it brings pretty much the same hilt. At least I haven't seen comparison videos yet to know whether there's a big difference or it's the same thing. But pretty much it's the same lightsaber, so I went to look for it, but I couldn't find at least on Amazon or any regular places without going to eBay or those shady websites that were selling them like maybe 3 times the price. I was like, no. So I guess I'm just gonna wait and hope that they bring it just a regular version to Galaxy's Edge, and hopefully it's there when I go. Otherwise, I can always go and get the one from the first game because they have that one. The
Yeah,
one that
they had that one still, and they had that one actually on display at the Star Wars. I forget what the store is that they
uh
have that's
dog
just for Star Wars stuff.
I think the lightsabers there sell only at Dog Anchor, at least the legacy hilts.
That's what I thought too. They had two on display. They had Vader's, or three actually. They had Vader's, Luke's, and the Cal Kestis from last year,
Yeah.
which
So
was weird because I've never seen them outside of Dock on Doors before. I don't know if that's the thing they're doing now, like that's new, but I saw it at that store that's just Star Wars merch, which is actually where I got my
okay.
T-shirt.
Uh, Trader or something,
Something like that. Starport Traders, I forget.
or Tatooine Trader, something. Yeah. Yeah. Normally they have the most of the legacy lightsabers at Dog Anchor, but I know in the last year or so they've been moving some of the, I guess, the ones that they have more uh merch or stock outside in the other stores, especially those legacy collections that have the not only the hilt but also the braid, the long ones. So you don't need to go to the Conquer and everything unless you want those the ones that are not available outside of that, like I don't know, Ahsoka's or Leia's or something like that. But yeah, and that was pretty much my week. I mean, like I said, I haven't done much, just catching up on the stuff yesterday, finishing stuff, and I should be beginning Jedi Survivor today.
Nice. Yeah, I still heard it on PC. It still got some weird issues. So I'm probably gonna end up picking it up on PS5.
Yeah.
But I still want to play it. It looks amazing.
Oh yeah, me too. And apparently they released already a patch for it. So
yeah, on Xbox One and PS5, and I think
PS5,
PS4.
yeah.
I think it came out on PS4 too. But on all the consoles, there's a patch out that supposedly fixes 90% of the problems. There's still some weird glitches, but like it's like clipping things, I think. But perfect.
Yeah. Other than that, I guess we can jump into the news for this week because
Yeah.
there's a big thing happening in media right now. But first,
Yeah.
yeah
Some
let's
big stuff happening. This
yeah.
started. Was it Tuesday or Monday?
I believe it started on Tuesday.
That's what I
But
thought.
first on the small things. Well, quote unquote small things. So the first thing is related to Deadpool 3. Yeah, déjame give a time about. Rob Delaney is coming back as Peter, the human member of X Force. So that's
When
gonna
they
be
announced that, I was like, this has to be a joke. But
no,
then I was
and
like, oh wait, it's Deadpool, so whatever.
yeah, he's back. That's great. So that means he's part of the MCU. Well, we still don't know how the movie's gonna deal with that. Like, is Deadpool gonna leave his universe and come to the MCU? Is he gonna make a joke that everything now is part of the MCU, and even though it makes no sense, I don't know. Probably I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. But yeah, that's one of the casting news over this week. At least the confirmed cast, because in MCU cast related stuff, also there has been a lot of rumors about the Fantastic Four. The first thing that came out this week, and obviously was debunked because it's ridiculous, was that Mila Kunis was supposed to be playing the Thing, but actually that came out because she said something else, and people were misunderstanding what she said, or reporting, misreporting what she said. She said that she knew who was being considered for the role, and then she made a joke about herself playing the Thing or something like that. I think it was the quote. And obviously the internet did what the internet does best and was like, oh, Mila Kunis is playing the Thing, this is gonna be horrible, blah blah blah. And obviously some channels went beyond that and were like, oh, this is woke, Disney destroy Fantastic Four, blah blah blah. But obviously it was debunked right away that she said something else, that she quote unquote knew who was being considered for the role, but she wouldn't say anything because uh the faggy has his diapers everywhere and everything, and she made a joke about playing the Thing. But then during the week, we've been getting rumors that first, Adam Driver is being considered, and in fact, yesterday I saw a whole bunch of the usual scoopers for MCU films that have like a 60% chance of a 60% uh,
Accuracy?
accuracy, saying that Adam Driver is in fact the new Reed Richards.
I can see
Obviously,
it.
obviously nothing has been announced yet, but that's one of the main things that has been going on this week. The other thing was that Margot Robbie is being considered to be Sue Storm, and alongside also in the last couple of days, uh, some of the scoopers as well came out and said that even though she's being considered for the role, she's also still gonna be the Harley Quinn for the ongoing DCEU. So it will be interesting to see if she actually does it, because she will be one of the few people that is doing both, has been both in the MCU and the DCEU. We One
I
of the
don't know
few.
how I feel about her as Sue Storm. I guess I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't know. And this is gonna sound wrong, but for me, she's too sexy for Sue Storm. Like, I don't know. There's this Margot Robbie in every single movie that I see her. She gives this vibe of being the sex symbol, and at least for me, based on the comics that I read, Sue Storm doesn't give that vibe. But again, she's an actress. Maybe she can. Maybe this is her chance to show that she can do something else than be the sexy role. But again, who knows? This is a rumor at this point. And then the last member so far, because there's nothing yet on the Thing, is Paul Mescal. Is being rumored to be considered for Johnny Storm. Uh, Other than the initial rumors over the week, there hasn't been any ongoing on that front. The ones that they've been getting more attention have been Margot Robbie and Adam Driver, obviously, with Adam Driver almost already confirmed by many scoopers. So we'll see what happens with that.
Hmm.
But yeah, also I know Paul Mescal was is right now he is part of Gladiator 2, which this week just revealed that is getting also Pedro Pascal joining as well, and the cast is getting insane on this sequel.
Yeah,
Denzel,
I think it's gonna be too top heavy.
yeah. So far we have Denzel. Who is in this? Uh, there we go. Oh, why didn't? There you go. We have Paul Mescal. He's gonna be playing the new emperor. His character was the kid in the first one. Barry Kogan or Kyogan, whatever you pronounce it. From obviously he was the he was in Eternals, the Batman. He was the Joker, and then we had Denzel Washington in this. So and now we're getting Pedro Pascal. So yeah, it's gonna be insane. And then I remember there was another name attached to it, another big name. I'm trying to find it. I know Russell Crowe isn't coming back, obviously, and
Who is
Joaquin
it?
Russell Crowe obviously isn't coming back because his character died. So
Right.
yeah, or Joaquin Phoenix because his character also died. I think the actress that played the sister of the emperor in the first one, she's returning to reprise her role as well. Who played her in the first one? Let me just double confirm. Do. But yeah, uh, Connie Nielsen is coming back. So yeah, and yeah, that's announced wise. Let's see. Yeah, and some other casting that has been going on during this week. Jonathan Groff is joining the cast of Doctor Who. So it looks like Doctor Who is going very Broadway this this season.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be the most unique season of Doctor Who yet,
Oh yeah,
in a good way. I'm really hoping that this really kind of revitalizes the series.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see because we already got pictures of the new Doctor and the companion going into getting into era appropriate quote unquote costumes, which is something that the Doctor usually don't do. So it will be interesting how we do that, how they follow up with that, and all that stuff. I thinking that this Doctor is gonna be very fashionable to begin with, so it will be interesting to see that. Let's see, and then another casting news. Apparently, Carl Urban is in talks to play Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, I read this and I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't seem to fit the Johnny Cage mold.
Yeah, Johnny Cage is at least traditionally like a very arrogant like valley boy. He doesn't really
Yeah,
give off that kind of vibe.
and I know this wrestler called The Miz has been he has been championing to get the role for a long time, and many people on the wrestling side, or at least wrestling fans that are also on the film side of Twitter, have been championing for him. But yeah, I see more of I don't know who could what is an actor that I can see play Johnny Cage better. Uh, well, not Nicolas Cage anymore. I thought
No.
he was based on him, kinda. No,
Uh,
he took his name from him. Never mind. Nicolas
yes.
Cage took his name from him. I don't know, like a more. Oh, who is it? Wait, I think I know who could do one. Like a more unhinged Nicholas Holt, for example, is someone that I can
Yeah,
envision,
I was gonna say Nicholas Holt,
especially after seeing
but
Reinfeld.
which I still haven't seen it yet. I wanted to see it so bad, but it kind of like left some of the theaters around here so fast. The
Yeah,
only one it's still playing at is the one at Disney.
Oh wow.
Disney Springs, but I could see him. There was someone else that I think could really do it. Um, oh, I've heard Rob McElhenry, uh, Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum was the one that I
Uh,
thought could do it really, really well.
I guess yeah. Yeah, I can see Channing Tatum do Johnny Cage. Yeah,
Would
I
be
think
really,
I can
really
see it.
funny.
Yeah, like I don't know, Carl Urban gives me more of a serious tone,
Right.
at least for all the stuff that he has done. Even with comedy bits like in The Boys, he's still the oh I'm dark and I'm serious, even though I'm making jokes, but still the jokes are all based on the fact that I'm serious and dark and all
Yeah,
the
he's a
shit.
little too monotone. But I mean, in the voiceovers for the games, Johnny Cage is kind of more monotone, but he's like a Valley guy monotone.
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
like a young a young a
I
young
can see Chris
Nicholas
Evans doing it. Chris Evans would be funny.
uh, Chris Evans type, yeah, something like a Ryan Reynolds type will be the most accurate description, I guess, for
Yeah,
Johnny
that's
Cage.
the much better.
I mean, a young Keanu Reeves will be perfect, I guess, as well.
True. Yeah, I could see that. He's a little too old now, but yeah, if they would have
Oh
done
yeah,
this movie like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, he would have been perfect.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. It's still a rumor, hasn't been confirmed anything, but we'll see what happens. And then before we jump into the big thing that has been going on this week, apparently the Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom has leaked.
Apparently what happened was I forget what website it was, but someone started sending out copies 2 weeks early, and people's
Oh.
accounts on Nintendo have already been banned for playing the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so not entirely their fault. I don't know why Nintendo's being such a dickhead about it. Like, I can understand
Mhm.
if they were sharing like screenshots and gameplay footage and stuff like that, but apparently I don't know if it was Amazon or Games. Someone sent out the game 2 weeks early on accident to a handful of people, and they've already been saying that the game is amazing.
Ooh. Let me
So
see. Let's see leaks. Who leak? Ba, 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 ba. Leak online. Tu, 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 tu. Ba, ba, ba. Some players. I can't see who said it. Yeah, so far I can find who leaked it, but I mean, I'm seeing lists of the what is in the leaks, or at least what is confirmed based on the leaks.
yeah, like gameplay wise and some other stuff, like it looks like this game's going to be amazing. I'm very excited. I'm really kind of worried though that it's going to end up being like Breath of the Wild was when it first released,
Mm-hmm.
where it's very stuttery, because I've heard that that is kind of a problem from the people who got early copies of the game. But give it a month, it'll probably get patched.
Mm.
But I'm still excited. This game looks amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before I play it since I wanna finish Jedi Survivor first before jumping into something new. So it's gonna take a while, but and obviously I don't play that many games anyway, so it's gonna hold me for the next half of the month, the year, I guess, because I don't know if there's anything else that I want that is coming out this year. I mean, Spider-Man 2 so far hasn't been confirmed for this year or hasn't been given a concrete date, but so far the rumor is that it's coming out this year, especially since we're getting a prequel comic book set in between the Miles Morales game DLC sub game, whatever you want to call it, and Spider-Man 2. So if they're releasing that this early already, that means that the game should be coming out maybe in the last quarter of the year, like the September October season.
Yeah, I was thinking it was probably going to come out like maybe right before the Into the Spider Verse.
Yeah, no, across the Spider-Mans.
Yeah, Across the Spider Verse. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that movie's coming out in 2 months. There's no way it's coming out. So yeah, it has to be after that at this point. But so far is next year. I mean this year. So far is the idea. So, but yeah, other than that game, I don't think I have anything else that I want to play that bad. Like I have Tears of the Kingdom and Spider-Man 2, and I don't know what else is coming out this year that at least I'm interested in to play right away.
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot coming out right now that I'm really super interested in. Which is kind of a shame because there were a lot of really good things that were announced last year that were supposed to be coming out this year, but it seems like things are getting kind of pushed around. So
Yeah, let's see. Just giving a quick check. Probably Assassin's Creed Mirage. Pa- 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 pa. At least for me, that's it. Other than that, everything else is stuff that don't, I'm not really into, or at least not rushing to get, or stuff that I have no idea what they are.
right, I think if Starfield still comes out this year,
Yeah, but Starfield's first is gonna go to Xbox, and I have no idea whether or not it's gonna be for PS5 either.
oh, I was gonna buy it on PC because that's typically where I
Yeah,
buy most of my games.
yeah, it's
So,
gonna be PC or Xbox, quote unquote exclusive.
but that is literally the only other game that I'm super excited about for this year is Starfield. Everything else is just kind of like, I can wait on it. Which
Yeah,
is a shame because I really thought this year was going to be a lot different. But whatever.
yeah. I'm trying to look at. Yeah, I'm looking at a list of stuff, but I mean, nothing else has piqued my. Not even the Lord of the Rings Gollum game. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
I
after
can.
seeing more information about it, I'm just kind of not impressed. It's
Yeah,
just,
I'm impressed either.
I'll buy it when it's on sale, maybe.
Yeah, probably that for me as well. See, I just double checking. Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that it's probably because of burnout that we're just not as excited anymore. And I can understand that because there's been a lot of really, really, really good AAA games in the last couple of months. Jedi Survivor, Devolver had Cult of the Lamb, which no one thought was going to be a hit.
Oh
And then
yeah.
it took off. We've had a lot of really good games in the last couple of weeks or a couple of months. So
Yeah, I just went to the list. There's nothing really that is calling me other than, like I said, Assassin's Creed or Spider-Man 2.
I think those are aside from Assassin's Creed, Starfield for me, swap that out, and I think those are the two that I'm looking forward to the most, aside from Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, and I was excited about Starfield, but then they were like, "Oh no, it's gonna be Xbox and PC exclusive or first exclusive or whatever they're calling when it's going first into that, and then eventually it's gonna come into probably PS5. So I might not see that game for another 6 months or more after it gets released. So who knows? So yeah, I can't get excited about that. But yeah, and then obviously the biggest thing of the week has been the writers guild uh, association strike began on May 2nd, which was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Uh, Obviously, this is the second time that is happening in about 15 years or so.
Yeah, the last time I think it happened was when Conan still had a show on TBS.
It was in the early 2000s. I remember that. Let me see. Just want to get the first 2007. So
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that time because it affected many shows, and I don't know how true or false is this, but there is many. I seen people confirming this and then people unconfirming that are inside the industry. But I remember the first time this affected shows like Heroes, for example, is the biggest example that everyone talks about. How the first season was amazing, and then the strike happened, and season two and beyond, just the show went to hell. Uh, Many things like got points drop. They didn't follow up on the stuff that they set up in the first season, etc., etc. Obviously, the rise in reality TV. That was when the boom started. Though some people argue that shows
It
like
had
American.
kind of started. It had kind of started
Understand?
a year prior, but
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
really, really
Some
kind of like hightailed itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people are arguing that shows that Survivor or American Idol were already, and I guess Big Brother as well, were already uh things like big things before the strike began. It was just, I guess, the strike made it like more shows came out. Like your, I think even the Bachelor was already a big thing, but at that point, so it just uh I guess it gave the TV producers and all the stuff a chance of being like, well, we know this works, so since we have no writers and half of, at least the majority of reality TV, you just need to write the bare minimum to push these people into creating drama. I guess they can't focus on creating this stuff until the strike is over. But again, there's a lot of people in the industry arguing that that's correct, and then some saying that it's not correct. But yeah, so yeah, the strike is happening now again, and uh, in the beginning of the week, we just have a couple stuff being affected. Obviously, that has been changing in the last couple days. Initially, the biggest as of in the beginning of the week, the biggest announcement was that most of the late night shows are also going stop producing new episodes. There is only one person that is still showing is gonna be producing stuff, but just like with the first one, probably is just gonna do whatever. Let me just double check who it is. Writer strikes, because I remember the in the first one, and there's a lot of people showing videos of that. Conan was the only one that still was producing shows, but because of the writing strike, he was just doing whatever.
Yeah, his
And,
show was unhinged. A lot of people said that
and
that was the best that his show ever got to, the
yes,
Conan O'Brien show, because like he
and
was like strapping himself into like the rafters and shooting jetpacks and crap. Like he was bananas.
yes, and he made a point of continuing the show by showing why they need writers. So it was, in a way, it was part of the.
Yeah, I didn't know that until recently that he continued doing the show as a form of protest.
Yes. So let's see. This is as of Tuesday. The late night show with Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. They're going dark. Went dark on Tuesday. Late Night with Seth Meyers and The Daily Show also will be hit, and in fact, they already went dark. Let me see. The Late Show, Jimmy Kimmel, Tonight Show, and The Late Night are as of now running reruns, so they're not even going to the sets.
Yeah, they did this the last writer's strike. They literally just cut off new episodes and just started playing reruns immediately.
We don't know yet. Well, I need to double check, but The Daily Show is the only one that didn't confirm whether or not they're doing new shows. And again, I'm just looking at a report from Tuesday, so maybe that changed by now. Let's see. According to this report, Saturday Night Live, real time will Bill Maher Mar. I hate English. And Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, where they will be similarly impacted, but we know, at least I know, I take note that on Wednesday or Thursday, Saturday Night Live officially announced that they will also be going into stopping due to the strike. Let's see. Oh, okay. So the two HBO shows also went shut down in the middle of the week. Let's see. Let me see if I have something else. Tonight Show.
I don't remember what of the seasons of shows that are airing right now also are being affected, because I don't think that's come out yet. Because I don't know which ones have already been, they finished the writing for. Cobra Kai, apparently Big Mouth, and Big Mouth was just announced that it's now finishing its entire series with this last season. Good Omens apparently was affected. Saturday Night Live is going on is going dark. Rings of Power was interrupted. Where was the other one? There was another show. Apparently, the new Anne Rice series for AMC was also interrupted. The scripts are partially written, but they weren't finished. And then the Walking Dead spin-off shows are done, but they haven't started production, apparently, because of the strikes.
Yeah, so I'm just looking. So I have a list of shows that they announced just on the first day of the strike that they were stopping. So, like you said, Cobra Kai, they announced they will stop production on the last season, and due to this, Yellow Jackets, which is on, I think they're writing for the third season, stop production on Tuesday. About Elementary also stopped production.
Oh, that was the other one. That was big too, because that show's getting really good reviews too.
Yeah, Night Court also announced the same day that SNL announced that they were going dark. Let's see. I saw just a couple days ago that the Duffel Brothers said that Stranger Things, the last season, is also going to take a stop until the strike is over.
Yeah, apparently they finished the majority of the last season. They didn't completely finish the stuff. I think the last couple episode scripts.
Yeah, so you were talking about the Rings of Power. That's one of the few shows that is actually continuing, but they don't have what you call it writers on set, which is very worrisome. There's a lot of shows that are actually doing that right now. In fact, Disney is trying, and some other studios are trying to circumvent this strike with some shady stuff going on. So
I've heard a lot of rumors that Amazon, specifically HBO, and I don't know if it was Disney or not, but there's 3 big studios that are trying to use now AI to write
yes,
scripts, which
yeah, that's one.
is hilarious.
Yeah, that's one thing that is going on, and also some people are pointing out that that's one of the main topics that was brought up in the negotiations before the strike happened. So let's try to see Stranger Things, Apple's TV Loot, which is I think is a Maya Rudolph show. So Stranger Things. Movie wise, Braid is shutting down pre-production right now because of the strike.
Which I'm actually to piggyback off of this specifically, it seems like certain studios are actually behind the writer's strike, or at least playing nice for now.
Yeah.
And other ones are being super predatory, like awful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The more interesting thing to me is like seeing on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, the people who are actually showing up to help the writer's strike, like Adam Conover from Adam Hates Everything.
I think he's also a writer on that show. That's why.
He is. I didn't know that until I saw him striking with everybody. That he's also a writer on a lot of other shows.
Yeah.
Phil Rosenthal from Somebody Feed Phil he's been delivering, like he's been making food and delivering it to strikers.
Yeah.
There was another big time celebrity that's apparently been having food delivered also, and like he's been bringing jackets and all sorts of other stuff.
I think I saw Stephen Carell is doing that as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So like you can really tell who the really good actors and actresses are right now versus the ones who are kind of pieces of shit. And like during the first writer's strike, we didn't have as much like Twitter was still kind of new and people weren't really on Facebook as much.
Yeah, we didn't have much information though.
So we couldn't see all this kind of we didn't have as much visibility as this.
Who was doing who, yeah.
Really cool to see a lot of these like big time actors and actresses really supporting the Writers Guild. I think it's great. It sucks. It's gonna suck. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm really not happy that the studios aren't going to be giving them raises.
Oh yeah, and especially yeah, I'm saying that they're gonna use AI or hire outside people to write to do the stuff. Jason Sudeikis was another one that was on the. Jason Sudeikis and Brendan Hunt, who plays a coach in Ted Lasso, were also on the picket line.
Yeah, I didn't know he writes for the show too, or he produces it or something.
Yes, Sudeikis does that. Ben Schwartz, I see, was also on the picket line for Walt Disney the other day.
Yes,
I'm just trying to look up, going on the Twitter to see who was where, because that has been going on everywhere. Obviously, they've been choosing some days going to Paramount, Disney, and that kind of stuff. Let's see.
Someone big was at the Warner Brothers studio the other day.
I see Pete Davidson was passing out pizzas in New York. In New York,
at the 30 Rock, I think.
Yeah.
Which I thought was awesome. Like I'm super excited. I again, this is horrible that they have to resort to this, and it's really horrible that all these companies are refusing to give them just a little bit more money. And it's really, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much. I'm upset that they had to fight this much just for a 4% raise. In most cases, it's disgusting. But I'm really happy to see all these people coming out in, solidarity with the Writers Guild, to really give them like a huge boost of support. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, and obviously you have also stuff like AI use and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I am really not happy about the AI. Apparently, Warner Brothers is the one that's or Warner Discovery is the other one
Hmm.
that's really thinking about using AI to write scripts. But that doesn't surprise me because they're off the fucking rails right now. Like they're batshit crazy. That CEO that they have after the merger, that guy's nuts. He's also a huge dickhead, which doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Yes, SAPSA even was saying a couple of stuff during the week about the strike, saying that, oh yeah, it's gonna go down because the writers love to write. Like, what?
Yeah, like he's just so tone deaf. It's insane to me. Um, he's honest. I don't think he's gonna last very long. To be honest, I think they're literally just using him as a scapegoat until something happens, and then they're just gonna oust him.
I mean, as long as he makes money for the damn it, I forgot the name.
The conglomerate.
Yeah, the conglomerate, and it's not as doesn't say something as horrible as or does something as horrible as your wine scenes. Uh, Sadly, I think he's gonna be stuck in there for a while.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. But
Absolutely.
yeah, so the Writers Guild strike. I have a feeling this might end up going a lot longer than the previous one.
Oh yeah, and the previous one went from 2007 to 2008. So
Yeah, it started mid 2007 and then went for like 8 months. And it started affecting shows for the 2008 season too, because a lot of those shows they usually write them in the fall the year before, and none of them got written.
yeah, no, that's why the moment I saw that Braid is going into hold, I was like, Disney is gonna freak out and probably try to negotiate something, but who knows?
Yeah,
Again,
we'll see.
let's. I'm trying to see if I see something else. Stranger Things. Tu- 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 tu. I see some other shows like The Talk has also gone on pause.
Yeah, there's like a master list somewhere, and I think there's like 30 plus
Yeah, it keeps going every
movies
day,
and
obviously.
shows that are being affected as the strike continues.
Oh yeah. The longer this goes, the more shows and stuff is gonna be added and pushed. Some might even be canceled. Who knows?
Yeah, I have a really bad feeling about what's going to end up happening, but this is going to be I mean, it's going to suck, but it's unfortunately necessary.
Oh yeah, for sure. Is yeah. I'm not crying over season 5 of Stranger Things not happening sooner or whatever. I mean, they need to fix this and get these people the pay that they need and all the benefits that they were asking for. Well, whatever the reasonable ones were. Obviously, fuck AI. So yeah, obviously
I
that.
can't wait for some studio to fuck up and use AI, and then the show is going to be like have no soul to it, and everyone's going to be like, "This show sucks." It's going to happen, and I'm gonna laugh hysterically.
Hmm. Oh, I see that Andor season 2 is not affected.
Yeah, apparently most of that was finished earlier this year, or most of the writing was finished. They are postponing production a little bit.
Yeah,
Supposedly.
I see Tony Gilroy is still, yeah, he can produce just the writing is done. I think I found a list. Let me see. Let me just double confirm. This is a list. Send me a list. So yeah, I see that HBO House of the Dragon is already script ready, so it's good to go. Ba, 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 ba. Where is the freaking list? Well, this article promised me a list, and then there is no list. Whatever. And yeah, I mean, the strike is gonna continue. We'll see how things go from there, and yeah. And then just the last couple things that I have, which are really not that important in the great scheme of things, at least compared to the strike, was obviously this week, and I didn't know it was happening. Was the Met Gala, and the only value that I have for the Met Gala is to see who dresses ridiculous and all the Jason Derulo falling from the stairs jokes.
Didn't the Met Gala happen already?
Yeah, this week. I didn't realize it was happening.
Oh. There was that, and then there was what the heck's his name? Jared Leto's
Yes, I was gonna talk about that. As usual.
As soon as I did not expect it to be Jared Leto, and I don't know why I didn't expect it to be Jared Leto, but as soon as he took the head off, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's one of the two guarantees you're gonna get during the Met Gala. People are gonna start posting that Jason Derulo fell out of the stairs, or a variation of that, like having some other character falling out of the stairs of the Met Gala, and then Jared Leto coming out with some weird ass costume. And of course, for those that don't know, this year the theme was about some fashion designer, famous one. And apparently, one of the things that he was famous as well, his cat was famous. And there were a couple people that lean into the cat, but Jared Leto came out and pretty much he was wearing a furry suit of the cat, a hyper realistic suit of the cat.
There was a dog on premises for, like, I guess bomb sniffing or whatever. And there's a picture of the dog seeing the fursuit and going, like, its face went to like dread. It was like, ooh.
There's a picture.
Like, that poor dog.
There's a picture of Lizzo hugging Jared Leto and the face that she makes, and she put it on Facebook and she said, "This is the only reason why I come to this show."
her and oh crap.
Some people were
Pedro Pascal. I thought were like phenomenally dressed.
Oh yeah, and some people were killing it. Obviously, I mean, if you're super fashionable or even a little bit into fashion, you will acknowledge that they kill it. Like P Diddy looked like a freaking Darth Vader with his whole black on black suit, but he looked amazing.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah, like always, you're gonna have people doing weird ass stuff. Like, and then Doja Cat put on her face a prosthetic to look like a cat and was meowing the entire time.
Oh, God. I forgot about that because that gave me nightmares.
Yeah, I saw a video of an interview from one of the entertainment channels, and somebody's asking her a question, and she's like, meow. And they continue interviewing her, and she's like, meow, meow. I'm like, what the hell? After the second response in meows, I will stop. But no, the interviewer just...
She was all in. Like, I give her credit, but it was terrifying.
And the interviewer just continued. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, the Met Gala, and then Bad Bunny was in the Met Gala, but because the man doesn't just stop in there, yesterday he went he had a wrestling match for the WWE in a pay-per-view in Puerto Rico.
Really? I didn't know that.
So yeah, I've been falling back into wrestling a little bit for the last couple months or so. So yesterday they had their one of the pay-per-views, Backlash, and it was hosted in Puerto Rico, and he was obviously he's apparently he has been one of those celebrity wrestlers getting involved a lot in the last, I want to say, 2 years or so. And he was headlining pretty much this show and had his own match and everything. So it is insane. Some people are saying, "Oh, last weekend he was headlining Coachella. Then at the beginning of the week he was at the Met Gala, and now he's wrestling this guy in Puerto Rico. The man is insane." And
I
to,
did
to
not
be,
know that. I knew he was at Coachella and the Met Gala, but I didn't know he also Puerto Rico to do wrestling. Like that guy's bananas.
and to be honest, he wasn't bad at all. He was like jumping and flying all over the place, doing actually really good moves. So yeah, it was insane.
Wow, I'm impressed. And just the fact that he went from Coachella to Met Gala, I was super impressed, and now I'm like beyond impressed. That's a lot.
Yeah, the man is insane, but man, he can do the stuff. But yep, I mean that's all that I have on my side. I don't know if you have anything else on your side.
The only thing that I had, and I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen a lot of clips about it and a lot of interviews with Gendy Tarkovsky's new show on Adult Swim.
Oh yeah,
Warriors Eternal. I didn't realize that I saw a commercial for it a couple weeks ago. I didn't know that Gendy was writing it and animating it. Because he's the guy who did Primal. He did Samurai Jack. He also did the original Clone Wars series. I'm excited to watch this. I didn't know that it aired last night, so I am gonna wait to watch it today. But it looks amazing. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons something. I don't know. But I will have more information hopefully next week when I see it. But it looks really good. And anything Gendy does, I love. Like Tarkovsky, he's an amazing storyteller.
oh yeah, he's insane. Especially there were many talks about Clone Wars over the week, which because obviously May the 4th, and his Clone Wars miniseries is considered one of the best stuff coming out of the era of Star Wars. Obviously, you have the Clone Wars Filoni show, but the fact that he did, many people,
He kickstarted the whole.
the whole fits in the prequels with in between stuff. Yeah, many people are saying that he started he started rolling with the idea to fits well, quote unquote fits, because some people are like, oh, the prequels don't need fixing. I'm like, they might some stuff.
They need a little help.
I mean, they're fun, but some stuff aren't that great. But just not here or there. But yeah, his show was amazing.
But yeah, I think that was the only other thing that I had was that the show aired last night and it's getting really good reviews so far. So I'm excited to watch it. I can't wait. And for anybody who hasn't gone out and seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I don't want to spoil anything, but if you, and I've seen a lot of other people mention this too, there's a huge trigger warning for animal abuse.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
I did not take it seriously because I just thought, oh yeah, we're gonna see Rocket's backstory in the comics. It's 1,000 times worse than what it was in the comic.
Yeah, apparently they go really hard and show a lot of that in this movie. But yeah, we haven't talked about Guardians 3 because I haven't seen it. In fact, I'm going tomorrow as of this recording. So next week we'll be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3.
Yes, and be prepared. You're gonna cry. Everybody's gonna cry. It is.
Oh, yeah.
It's an amazing send off. I am beyond happy, and I'm seeing a lot of people giving it on Letterboxd like a 4 or 4.5. I think that's totally justified. So I can't wait to hear what your thoughts are, and like anybody else, if you haven't seen it, definitely go see it. Obviously, trigger warning beforehand if you have a problem with
Animal abuse.
animal abuse and some stuff around that. It's very heartwarming. Trust me, it's really tough to watch, but it's great. Not the animal abuse, the movie.
Yeah.
But definitely go see it if you haven't. It's I can't wait to see what happens from here with the whole MCU. Like this is the end of an era. There's end of an era part 2.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I think that'll do it for this week's episode then. As always, you can hit us up on Twitter at NonsenseNerding. Leave us a comment and a like and a subscribe. Obviously, hit that like button.
Hit the like button. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going in full YouTuber. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your mom, your dad, your uncle, the guy in the corner at the bodega.
Spread the word. Get us out there.
Your cat, your dog.
Yeah. Leave us a comment. Talk to us. Let us know if we've got if we missed something, or if you want to just like bring up a topic for another episode or something, or if there's news happening that we might have missed.
Yep.
More than excited to talk about anything.
And don't forget to click our link for special cookies. Code Nerdy Nonsense. No, that's we're still not there.
Hopefully, eventually.
Probably eventually.
So yeah. Well, I guess that does it for this week's episode, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
Adios.
Take care, everyone.